Hello. Well, it's day 3 of the lockdown here in the UK, and I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. Now, unless you've been meditating on a mountaintop for the last 20 years, the chances are that your mind is going to some very negative and dark places at the moment as all these fears, myriads of them, just come bubbling up for your attention. And it's really important that we acknowledge that. Maybe you're thinking, what if I get ill? What if my loved one gets ill? What if I get severely ill and I can't get to hospital, or when I do, there are no beds? What if someone dies? Financially, how am I going to cope? How am I going to pay the rent? How am I going to pay the mortgage? How am I going to pay my bills or put food on the table? All of these things will be pressing down on you from all sides, as well as a whole load of other things that I haven't got time to mention. And the first thing you need to do is understand that that is completely normal. You are not going crazy. It is an absolutely natural response to a global crisis. So just be aware of that and don't judge yourself for having these negative thoughts. Secondly, it's really important to acknowledge and name those fears. Over here in the UK especially, we're very good at the stiff upper lip and the no, I'm fine, I'm coping just fine, we just get on with it. Well, that's great. But the reality is that when we don't name our fears, they kind of sit in the shadows behind us and they start to get bigger and bigger. And just by bringing them into the light, by naming them, we can actually diminish their power. We can say, okay, I'm afraid of this. And in that moment, we can look at how likely that might be to happen or take action towards it. And then thirdly, when you find yourself going down this dark tunnel, what you need to do is you need to stop, no judgment, but then just take a breath and bring yourself back to the present moment. Rather than focusing on really horrible outcomes that will probably never happen, just bring yourself back to now and say to yourself, right, in this moment, is there anything that I need? And is there anything that I need to do? If your son needs Calpol, you can give it to him. If you need to stock up the fridge, you can go and do a shop, or you can ask someone to go and do the shop for you. You can take small actions to deal with whatever the reality of the situation is. But if in this moment you can turn around and say, I'm okay, my loved ones are okay, even if they have some symptoms or something along those lines, we're doing all right, and that is just good enough. Right now, in this moment, we can say that we're okay. And then you can do this moment by moment, whilst it becomes a bit like a muscle. It's a practice, and it becomes easier and easier over time. And then if something does arise, you will be better placed to take the action that you need. So until next time, breathe deeply, stay present, be safe, be well, and be kind.